imagine some people have been wondering what a pilgrim thinks about as they're walking through the countryside. I think the first thing to say is that because of the simplicity of just walking, feet connecting to the earth, you're in touch with every waft of breeze and every bird call, the grasshoppers that jump out of your way on the path. There is a lovely simplicity about just being human, feeling the aches and pains, capturing kind of simple moments of connection with people present or past. A phrase that was used many years ago about acknowledging the stream of consciousness, or however you say that word. Just allowing thoughts to come and go, the connections that are made throughout one's life, and not really trying to work it out, judge it, put it into context, understand it, but just let them be. The lovely thing about pilgrimage is that if a theme keeps emerging, then you've got to take some notice of it. One of the thoughts I've had in the last few days is that instead of just 3 days, I wonder whether a 7, 8, or maybe even a 9-day pilgrimage in the future is something that would be beneficial. I feel like today I'm right in the zone and got a bit of a rhythm going. Pilgrimage has almost just begun when I'm about to end. Anyway, we'll see what happens about all that. But that's the first thing a man like me thinks about, certainly when I'm on pilgrimage. The other thing that I've been thinking about the last few days is what I'm going to call the art of suffering. As human beings, suffering is a part of our reality. And in all the spiritual traditions of the world, the invitation is not to value suffering in and of its own, because I think that's just masochistic. But that suffering, whatever that might be for us, whether it's grief, disappointment, something in our body, something in our mind, it has something to teach us. Something to teach us about what we can learn, something to teach us about ourselves and our human condition. And it's only when we learn from our suffering that we can actually find healing. This is a great spiritual truth. It's as simple and as complicated as that. But the Easter mystery of the death and resurrection of Jesus, this is what it's about. Acknowledging, learning, and the next phase, I guess, is about moving on and transforming our suffering.